Listen, we're using an iPhone 13 camera, the front camera, by the way. So, camera quality is not going to be that great. But I considered it. I considered getting a new camera, but that's just not in the budget right now. It really isn't. My husband was like, "I'll get you a new camera for like our anniversary." And then we booked a flight to New York. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon, and we're just gonna have to deal with it, you know? Okay. They're hungry. So I'm gonna feed them and you're gonna watch that because that's what I'm doing. Okay. My goodness gracious. Oh my god. Did my hair look like that the whole time you didn't tell me anything? I just started recording. Okay. This is what I use. This is what we were feeding them. Nulo, chicken liver. Chicken and chicken liver recipe. But it's that one. And we want to change it out because they seem to have gotten tired of it. But we just haven't done that yet because we've been on a few trips and people have been cat sitting for us. And this one has a very sensitive stomach and she eats anything she's not used to and she'll have explosive diarrhea. So we're gonna change it out, but it's gotta be when we're both home. Okay. Okay. We do this. Salmon oil. People come over and pet them and are always surprised by how soft they are. It's this. And then we top it off with kibble. We can't really just be feeding them wet food. That it's kind of too expensive right now. So we do half of that and half of this. And this is the Purina Live Clear thing because I have allergies, and honestly at this point I think I've just built a tolerance. I don't think I really have cat allergies anymore. We know a lot of people who do, and this is supposed to help with that. So, and chicken hearts that are really hard to break apart, but that's what we're gonna do. Y'all ready? Yeah, you're ready. I know. Okay. You cannot be in the kitchen, Miss Thing. Out. Out, 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 out. Tallulah, what are you doing in the kitchen? What are you doing in the kitchen? Hey, we got this gate for the kitchen because of this, because they love going in there. I don't know what it is about cats, but if you forbid them from going into a certain space in your house, it only makes them want to investigate even more. They used to every now and then go into the kitchen and get on the countertops, and it didn't bother me too much because I would just clean it, you know, like I would just clean it before I did anything in the kitchen. But we went on a trip and they had the whole house to themselves, the whole apartment to themselves, and when we got back, that one had a really bad habit of getting on the kitchen countertops all the time whenever she wanted. And I hated that, so we finally got that. It kind of looks like a jail, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, I highly suspect I have OCD, so. This made me cry, actually. That was a whole thing. There was like one day where she just made me lose my mind with her getting on the countertops. I was sending voice messages to Justin crying. Like, that's it. That's it. I don't care. I don't care if a kitchen foot to ceiling gate is gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Like, I need it. I have to like press the kibble into the wet food, otherwise they won't eat the wet food. They've gotten really annoying about that. There you go. There you go. Now leave me alone. Hi. Okay, you're gonna be in my kitchen, and don't judge because it's very messy. You actually can't even see how dirty it is. Yeah, I have a few things that I need to do. I need to clean the kitchen. I need to wash dishes because I also have to cook later, and I hate cooking when there are dirty dishes in the sink. That's really annoying. And I also have work. So it's a busy day for me. I'm gonna be making tinga. If you're Cuban and you're watching, I said tinga. Tinga. Okay? I learned that I gotta be careful when I say that around Cubans when I was on FaceTime with Justin while he was still my boyfriend, and I said it in front of him and he just went What did you say? Okay, if I show you how I make tinga, you cannot, if you're Mexican, don't come on here and say that's not how you make tinga, like that's not right. Because I was taught the right way of making it and I had to modify it because my husband has arfid. If you don't know what arfid is, you can Google it and learn more about it. But basically, he puts a certain texture of food, a certain food texture in his mouth, and his brain says no. So, yeah, that's what it is. It's not just being picky. Actually, I get to say that I diagnosed him because he was describing this to me when I don't even know if we were dating yet. I think we were. But he was describing to me what it has always been like for him to eat certain textures of food. And, you know, me being me that has seen so many documentaries about a bunch of different things. I really love documentaries, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, I remembered seeing a documentary where they talked about this. And I was like, are you sure it's not like arfid? Because that's what it sounds like. Turns out I was right. Yeah, he has arfid. So I have to modify a lot of the foods that I make for him because pobrecito, he can't eat it. I don't know how good I'm gonna do about talking about what's on my mind and also putting dishes away, but I'm gonna try. I was just thinking about how annoying it is that I decided that I wanted to do this, decided I was going to follow through with it, and then my mental health said no. And listen, this is not going to be a place where I'm going to be venting about my mental health. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, to talk about your mental health on social media or on the internet, because if anything, hearing other people talk about it so openly, you know, helped me out quite a bit. I'm just saying that's not what this is going to be. But I am going to mention it every now and then because it happens. I was so excited to start doing this, and like now that I'm doing it, like right now, I'm enjoying it. You know, it feels like I'm just on FaceTime. I already talk to myself a lot. Like I catch myself when I'm home alone talking to myself like out loud, and now it feels less crazy because I'm actually talking to a camera. Yeah, like I'm enjoying this. I knew I would, but starting it was really difficult because when I told myself I would start, I was not doing very well. And that's just really frustrating, you know? It's really frustrating when you have all these ideas or all these things that you want to do and you can't fully accomplish them, or you can't do them to the best of your ability because of your brain. Your brain telling you no. No, you're not good enough. No, nobody cares. No, you can't do it. That's really tough. Anywho, I have to move you because I have to put something in that cupboard and you're covering it. Move. I have flowers from a friend. Shout out to Priscilla. We had them over for dinner and they brought us flowers, and I still haven't put them in a vase because I was kind of procrastinating coming into this kitchen and having to clean it, and I kind of just forgot about them. But we're gonna put them in a vase after I finish cleaning. I'm done. I cleaned. I washed the dishes. My back is killing me. I told you it would come out. Yeah, and I put flowers in a vase. I don't have the right vase for those flowers, so they look, I'm gonna show you. They need a vase that has like a wider opening, but you know, it's the only big vase I have. See? It's clean. Nice and clean. If you're curious at all, I work for my dad. My dad has a roofing company and I make estimates for him. It's part of the reason why it just made more sense for me to move here, because Justin has a very secure like city job, you know, and I work from home, so I can work from anywhere, really. I was just thinking about how often I'm gonna mention him, because I already have mentioned him a few times. I don't plan on like making, ¿cómo se llama? Like relationship content. That's not my jam, you know. I was just thinking about the online discourse that's going on right now that I'm seeing a lot on TikTok mostly, about how for some reason now, especially amongst young people, it's like embarrassing to have a boyfriend, to have a husband, because so many men suck. And yeah, I've been seeing people make really good points about how it all started with trying to uplift women by pointing out when men were being toxic and just bad people. And then for some reason we just came full circle and now we're shaming women, I guess putting the blame on them for having bad partners, when like the whole point of pointing out bad behavior was to put the blame on the men, you know, for like men to take accountability for all the terrible things that they do and sometimes the pain that they will sometimes inflict on their wife. That's such a interesting thing that's going on the internet, I think, right now. I catch girls, especially my age, that are married, avoiding talking about their husbands and like how much they love them because it's like embarrassing. So many men are turning out to be unfaithful to their wives. It's like seen as something embarrassing to talk about how much you love your husband, because what if one day he cheats on you, you know? But be warned, girl, like, I'm gonna talk about my husband. I should probably explain like my background. I never thought that I would get married, like, ever, honestly. To be really, really honest, I was not one of those people that was like, no, I don't think I'll get married, or like I don't want to be in a relationship, but like secretly hoping that I would and that I would get married eventually. I really was not. I wasn't. It just completely happened out of the blue. I think about that, about how much I love my husband, and of course, like, he's a wonderful person. That's why I married him. That's why I fell in love with him. But I also think about how far I've come, you know, to like be able to open up. Yeah? You love him too, yes? She is obsessed with him, and I just know. She knows he's gonna be here soon. Yeah, like, I think about how much I love him, and I also think about myself and how I didn't think I would ever be here in love and married, and it's like nice. It's like healthy and nice and fun. If one day he cheated on me, I don't think I would look back on how much I talk about him or me expressing love for him. I don't think I would look back on that and see it as embarrassing. I would see it as like, wow, like, that's what I'm like when I'm in love. Like, isn't that beautiful? That like there was a point in my life when I didn't think I could even fall in love with someone, and I did. Crazy, you know? Like, that's, I don't know. To me, that's something to be proud of. Anyways, I just think that people need to find the plot again and stop making women feel bad for having bad partners, and just recognizing who is the problem, the real problem. And most of the time in those marriages, it's men. Not that women can't do anything wrong, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I need to lock in. Shut up. I need to lock in. It's for my vlog. We started off the year by going kayaking in Fort Lauderdale. I always have so much fun when we go kayaking. I think it's my favorite outdoor activity to do in South Florida. Yeah, it's just really relaxing to me. That's my brother-in-law Jared saying hi. The place that we went to had some really big houses that were really fun to look at, so yeah, that was nice. And then later in the month we went to Books and Books, a bookshop in Coral Gables that we saw people talking about online. And yeah, I really liked it. They had a really good collection of art books and books on Miami, the history of Miami, art in Miami. So yeah, that was a good time. Then I think that same day we went to the mall. We went to Crate and Barrel, I think, if I remember correctly. And we got an ice scoop because we really needed an ice scoop. Oh my lord. And then we went to Palacio de los Jugos. Can you believe that it was my first time at Palacio de los Jugos? I was so excited because everybody that grows up here talks about Palacio de los Jugos. And yeah, I had a tequeño and a maracuyá drink. It was really, really, really good. And then I got to go back home to North Carolina. I had my mom's tacos. I got to hang out with my family. We watched movies, played board games. I got to see Vicky.
No, you look cute with your jacket.
And then we got to say goodbye to Beasley's. We had brunch there for the very last time with some of my cousins. I'm gonna miss Beasley's. We had so many celebrations here. Yeah, by Beasley's. And for the main event, we went to a friend of mine's wedding. I had so much fun, but right after we had to come back home, be with our kitties, and honestly, I only included this so that you can see my kids' parkour skills, so enjoy that. I got to show Justin George of the Jungle, which he did not remember from when he was little, and it was a blast, I'm not gonna lie.
Having the time of my life right now.
Now this I only included so that you can see how cute she is, because she really is that cute and you have to see it. Sorry.
I love you. Do you love me?
Okay, now back to the video.
You're so cute.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how I make my tinga. I'm gonna do garlic and onion and shoot, do I have chicken bouillon? I should. And some salt. And we're gonna boil the chicken and then shred it and then, you know. Yeah, so enjoy, I guess.
The initial plan was to make like tinga, you know, with tomato and everything, but the one tomato I thought I had went bad, and I'm not stressing out about it because Justin doesn't even like tomatoes, so he's not gonna notice if it's not in there. Do you like being my cameraman? So I'm just gonna have to use an onion and chipotle peppers, and that's it. I also put in the garlic that cooked with the chicken. I'm running out of this, so I'm not gonna use a spoon. I'm just gonna drizzle it in there. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of this broth, I guess. And I'm gonna blend it. That seems about right. Now I'm gonna cook that down. You always go in with more water. So usually, I mean, when my mom taught me how to make tinga, you just chop things up and then throw them in the saucepan, and it's supposed to be chunky. Justin cannot eat it like that because, as I explained earlier, which you didn't hear because you weren't here, but I did explain that you have arfid. Well, actually, I've seen on TikTok that some people always blend the ingredients and cook it like a sauce, but that's not how I was taught to make it. I had to do it that way because of Mr. Man. And now when I add the chicken, I also make sure to cook it down quite a bit so it dries out, because he cannot eat it if it's really saucy. But honestly, I don't miss eating it the saucy way. I can't say, like, I still enjoy it this way too, so. Usually you're supposed to let it simmer and then add the chicken, but I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna let it simmer with the chicken, because who cares? Okay, usually on my tostadas, I like mayonnaise, beans, then the protein, you know, whatever the tostada is, like tinga or chicharrón or whatever. And then salsa, queso, lechuga. But I'm not making beans. Like, after all that, like, I don't feel like making beans. I'm not making beans. And he doesn't eat beans, so it just feels like an extra unnecessary step. I don't need them. Now, like, I just put mayonnaise, this, queso fresco, and if I had salsa, maybe I'd put salsa on it, but I don't feel like making it. And also, I do think I prefer it with chiles en vinagre. Making sure there's no bugs. Is this fun for you, baby?
Yes, it is. Baby, you gotta understand, I used to be a content creator.
I know, a successful one too.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I lost all my charm and all my skills, but like, I can still edit.
Yeah. You want me to shout you out on TikTok?
No, because I'm not posting anything. Sometimes when I get a notification that a woman liked my video from however many years ago on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
I get this feeling like you're gonna say, "Who's that? Your girlfriend?"
Because I would. It's fun to see his life flash before his eyes.
It'd be scary.
Sorry, what can I do? What can I say? You want mayonnaise?
Yes.
It's funny because he doesn't want mayonnaise. He can't have mayonnaise. And also, do not judge me by how much mayonnaise I put on my tostadas. That's like judging somebody for how much butter they put on their bread, you know what I mean? Would you agree that butter calories don't count?
If I had to count calories, I ain't counting no darn butter.
No. I see butter and mayonnaise as the same. Like, you don't count that. So as you can see, this is not very saucy. It's just coated with the sauce, but it's not like drenching in it. And that is the only way that he will be able to eat it. And that's fine.
Guys, I'm not picky. I just have an eating disorder.
If I'm being too boring, just record the cats. I feel like that's gonna be my my strategy. If I'm being too boring, if I don't know what to say. Is that Ramona?
Yep.
That's gotta be Ramona. Leslie, why are you taking so long to put tinga on a tostada? Well, because I'm doing it little by little because I don't want this man to get stressed out when I just do chunks of tinga all over the place and then it's slipping down his fingers.
God, I'm gonna be the super villain of your YouTube.
Talking about you having arfid, I'm like also in my mind, I'm like, wait, does it sound like I hate him for having arfid? I don't. It's just, heck, I diagnosed him, you know?
Mm-hmm. You don't hate me for having arfid. Everyone else might.
Everyone else might. I mean, of course, every now and then I do get like a little bit disappointed that I can't share the joy of food sometimes with you. Certain foods that I really want or I really want to be able to share with you and you just can't have it. Then I just remember that I'm not the one that has it.
Yeah, it really sucks.
It's probably worse for him, you know, having it and all these foods that he wants to try but just can't.
There's so much I want to try and my nervous system just won't let me.
Yeah.
I see you being married to me like similar to like, I don't know, somebody like you being married to a blind man, you know? Like you can't
Oh
you can't share your love of food with me as much as you like, the same way that if I were blind you couldn't show me your favorite movies.
I know. Oh my god, that's actually a really good.
But you'd still love me anyway, you know, you're not
Yeah.
gonna hold it against me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And the thing is, like, it's a lot of Mexican foods too that he can't have, and that's really sad, you know, because.
And it smells so good. It's just that they're all so saucy.
Yeah, that's what I was taught to cook, you know, Mexican food. That's what I can make for him, and a lot of it I can't make for him or I'll have to modify for him. I'm remembering when my mom made pozole for us and he tried it. He forced himself to try it and he acknowledged that it was good and he liked it. He just couldn't have it. He couldn't serve himself a bowl of it. So that's gonna be it for his. He just wants queso fresco and that's it. Mine are the ones that I zhuzh up a little bit more. You know what though? A lot of people do ask me like, is it like really hard to cook for him? And honestly, it's easier. The list of the things that I can cook just got cut in half. So it's actually easier.
One positive trait of having arfid is that I'm so used to eating the same thing every day that I could not care less if you made the same thing every day.
I've made so much tinga that we've had it for like 4 days straight.
And I don't mind.
He doesn't care.
Maybe if I didn't have arfid, it'd be different. It's just having arfid kind of trained me to be able to do that. Is this the arfid episode?
Maybe. Can I add lettuce to yours? Or on the side?
Yeah, whatever. You know, if it's chopped, add it.
I'm gonna put it on the side. I know you. Okay. That's it.
Guess whose tinga is that? And guess who's eating this one? The one that has less things is mine.
Hi, and also bye. I am definitely gonna try to figure this whole outro thing out a lot better next time. I'm gonna try to make the outros feel a little bit more seamless and better than this. Thank you for watching, and feel free to share, not with people that are gonna judge me, because that would be mean. Share with people who you think will enjoy. Okay, love you, bye. Oh, she's so cute.